This just show you how to make a 1v1 map in under 35 minutes. First, load into creative. And then what you're gonna do is go ahead and go to new island and select the island with the floating islands. This island is called 7 floating islands. Go ahead and name it whatever you want to name it. I'm naming it 1v1 Pro Go. Okay, go ahead and go to that, and then delete everything you see. I go ahead and cut this part out for you guys. Okay, so now you deleted everything you saw. Go ahead and go to the hoverboard, get the hoverboard and devices, and then also get the black gallery, and get these from the black gallery, the wall, floor, and stairs. Okay, so first we place the hover board, and go 4x4. Okay, so now we're gonna select all that we just placed, except for hoverboard, and place it one down. So players go under the map. They won't be able to go under the map, but it just makes it look better. Okay, go ahead and put your 4 and fill in the wall. The roof. Now that you got your roof, we're gonna go get We're gonna get our stairs and place it here, but we're gonna place it. You can place it anywhere, either on the edge, like this, or kind of like in the middle, like this. I'm gonna be doing it like this for today's tutorial. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and type the timer device. We're also gonna get the player counter device. I think that's what it's called. Okay, now we're gonna get the barrier device, and that's all we need for the for right now. Okay, so go ahead and resize the barrier depth to 0. Okay, and now we're gonna try to place the barrier in the middle of the stairs as best as we can. Okay, make sure you do have your stairs, because it will delete one of your stairs and replace it for some reason. So make sure you have that out. Alright, go ahead and place it right way. Alright, so now that we got the barrier set up, you could just change it to blue force field or red force field. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so now we're gonna go and got the timer device and place it under our map. We're gonna go ahead and change this to 2.5 seconds. And go ahead and go to the 3 lines and change timer running text to barrier drops in, and make sure you put the colon. I think that's what it's called. No, I spelled that wrong. But show on H you do yes, and make sure that the timer text label is bold. Okay, so now we can move on to the player counter. So it detects when a player is up against the barrier. So go ahead and try to place this inside the middle of the barrier. The player counter in the middle of the barrier. Try as best as you can. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and go into our player. Oh wait, let me make it show us in the middle. Are you gonna go to our player counter and then make sure the player thing is to 2. Make sure use zone is on and change it to 0 for the width. See, I did this wrong here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and change it to 0 for the width. Okay, so now you got that. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna have to resize this a little bit more. So just go up 1 more for it. Yep, so now we got this. We can go ahead and place it down a little bit until it's like, yeah, like this. Alright, make sure it's in the middle as much as you can. Alright, there we go. So now we got when we walk inside the zone. It says 1. Sure, 1. Let's go ahead and go back into the player counter. And then click on count succeeds. Send device to timer. Start. Okay, and on player move, set the barrier device to enable, and then the timer device to reset. Yeah, that's all we need for the player counter, so we don't have to touch this anymore. Okay, let's go into our timer device, and we're gonna go to the lot all the way to the end. Click on success to spare your device to disable. Okay, so now that we got that, we got that working now. So when you start with your friend, the barrier will drop, and when the player is removed, the barrier will enable again. Okay, so now we can go ahead and move to, we can now get the button device and then not the billboard, the explosive device. Or sorry, not the button. I made that mistake. Make sure the button is actually the trigger. I'm gonna change that later. And then we also want to get the billboard and then the primitives. I'll show you guys what primitives to use. Go ahead and type primitives inside your search bar and content drawer. Open the middle one and scroll down until you see the one. I keep passing it. It's right there. I try to find it. I don't know how to explain how to find it. Go ahead and place your barrier device right in the middle. Don't place one at the top yet. You can go ahead and delete that one. And then I'm gonna do these settings inside the explosive device. Can be damaged to off. And then make sure that this is actually 10. Make the player damage to 0, and then the blast radius to 10 tiles, and structure damage to the highest one. And then damage instructor buildings to no. The visible game no. Knockback to none. The audio no. Visual effects no. And yeah. Okay. So now we can go ahead and move on to our background for the primitives. Go ahead and resize this all the way long and resize it to how you want. I'm gonna resize it to like how the real thing is. So I did the width and the height a little bit and the depth. to make it look like a board, a surfboard kind of. And then what you also want to do is rotate it like this. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna resize it a little bit more. Okay, so now we got that out of the way. We can go ahead and move it to where you want it to be. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and get our billboard device and place it over here for now, and then make the text to reset in all capital letters. Make it two-sided, make it center, and then make this to the highest it can go, 24. And then make the text font to Roboto, make the outline light and a shadow tool right. So yours should be looking like this. Go ahead and move it to the try your best to move it to the middle of this. Or closest to the pyramid, I'm sorry. You can go ahead and resize this if you want. I'm gonna go ahead and move this back a little. Okay, so now we got our reset button. Instead of the but oh wait, what am I saying? Now we got our reset thing. We can now go ahead and get, instead of a button, a trigger like I said earlier. Go to your devices and get the trigger. And then place the trigger over the primitive. And then we can go ahead and resize it. Make invisible game to off. Trigger by player on. Trigger by damage on. Trigger VFX off. Trigger SFX off. And then make it receive damage when visible to take damage. And then boom. So now that we got that, set on trigger send device to explosive device and make it explode. And then do it again and make it reset this time. Nice. So now when a player clicks it, it'll explode and then it'll reset again. Now I'm gonna go ahead and move the billboard and the trigger back a little because I don't really like my things not touching, you know. So I notice I can't really do it, so I'm just gonna turn the grid snap to off. And I'm gonna just go ahead and fix this. Okay, so now that I fixed it, I'm just gonna go ahead and place the trigger back onto it. So yeah, place the trigger right back on the reset button. Make sure it's touching it. Make sure it's as close as you can get to it. Okay, so now that we got our reset button done, if you want, you can go ahead and test it. But it'll just destroy everything. So we gotta go into our settings a little bit here. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and do our island settings now. So go ahead and open your island settings up. Go to your phone. I mean, not phone, but go to your leave at. Okay, go to structure and make it 2. Or max player 2, sorry. And then don't change the team, just make it free for all. And then that's all we need for structure. Don't do nothing for the class settings. Make the game start. You don't really have to do anything with this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and make the game start countdown to 0. And make the auto start to 15. That's for when you publish the game. Okay, make the respawn time to 1 second because we don't just want players just waiting. Join in progress, make it spawn. And now we're gonna go into eliminations. Make sure that health granted on elimination, make that 200. Okay, so now if you want, you can change the elimination score to 1. Like I do here on the 1. So player will get 1 plus score if returning elimination. It'll like show how many kills you have on the screen. Okay, so now we can go to round and make the time limit to none. And that's all we need for round. And then go to local motion and make sure it's at custom. And then make the fall damage off. Then make it be able to sprint on, allow jumping, allow mantling on, allow hovering on, allow sliding on, allow solid kick. That's up to you. Okay, make the max. The health is good. Make the max starting shields to 100 shields. Infinite consumables on. Infinite build resources on. Infinite gold. You can turn it off. Infinite reserve ammo on. Infinite magazine ammo on. Then we're gonna go ahead and open the last one and make sure it's you can change the environmental damage to player build only. Change structure damage to enemy and self build and then make it player build only. Okay. And that's all we need. So now we can go ahead, if you want, you can go ahead and test your game. You have the basic mechanics. All we need now was the guns and the health thing. Like you can change your health. So let's go ahead and yeah, player spawners already. So go ahead and rotate your player spawner. Yeah, make it go down. Make sure it's 2. Only thing you're gonna do in here is change the visible and game to off. That's the only thing you're gonna do. So now I'm gonna go ahead and test the reset button. See, now it doesn't destroy your whole entire build. But if you go ahead and build, it's gonna go ahead and destroy it. I hit the reset button and it destroys all my builds. And the player counter goes up to 1. Alright, so nice. You got all that done now. We can go ahead and do our health now, I want to say. So go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and grab the item. Oh no, not the health, sorry, the guns now. Go to get your item placer. Make sure we have 1 for right now. We're gonna do 1 and then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do basic box fight loot. So I'm just gonna get a shotgun, purple shotgun. Okay, so now that you got your guns ready, go ahead and place inside the item placer. And then it should look like a 3D model. And do these settings in here. Change interaction down to 0. Item health 10,000. Can damage at game start now. Allow team to damage none. Allow class to damage none. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and make allow respawn on and make it 0 seconds. And then that's all we need. Go ahead and resize it in the air for now. I'm gonna go ahead and place it next to this one. Now go ahead like this, just keep on placing your guns and keep on going over. I'm gonna go ahead and move this closer. Like this. And now we're gonna go ahead and move this back. Place my minis. I'll go ahead and move this closer. Now what I'm gonna do, place my silkfish. And then my trap will last. Make sure it's all lined up correctly. Okay, now go ahead and move your grappler over a little. Make sure that is the right placing. Then go ahead and move. We can go ahead and cut all these and then we go to the ground. Go ahead and rotate it. And make it go to the ground. And move it. Position it really good. Alright, so now we got that out of the way. You can go ahead and start the game and test it out if you want. So, pick up my guns. And then you go ahead and free build a little bit. That's about it. Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and get our billboard and place it over here in like kind of the corner a little bit. Make sure it's two-sided. Make sure that the text size is 24. Make sure that the center is make sure it's centered, and make sure that the text font is roboto, outline, light, and cast shadow to the lower left. You're gonna make the sample text to 185 HP. Okay, so now we're gonna get our button device. We're gonna place the button device right under the HP, 185 HP. Okay, so make sure it's right under 185 HP, or make sure try to get as close as you can to it. You can name this button 185 HP. Or 185 health. That's what I named it. Okay, so now we can go ahead and get our what do we want to get now? We gonna get our class devices. So go ahead and get the class designer and the class selector. And we're gonna go ahead and go under the map and place these. So go ahead and place these right here. Go ahead and map, doesn't really matter how you do it. Make sure that the class switch to is 1 and zone audio. You can change it to off. That's all we need for the class selector for right now. Okay, so now you go to our class designer and then make sure the class is at 1. You can change the health to 100 and the shields the shields to 85 and the health to 100. Yeah. Okay, so now that we got that, we're basically done with the class designer. Click OK, and now we're gonna go to change player to class when receiving from the button or 185 HP, whatever you named it, on interact. So now when we interact it, we have 185 HP. We're gonna do the same thing, just paste it over, and this time it's gonna be 200 HP. So yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna go under our map and we're gonna go to our new class designer and make it the class identifier to 2. And then make the class selector to 2. Alright, class switch to 2. And change player class we're receiving from our button device, the new one that we have. And make sure it's on interact. 200 health. So this will be your 200 health class identifier. I'm a designer, so we're gonna go ahead and go to max shields 100 and max health 100. So now when we go ahead and play the game, and we can go ahead and test this out. So when we click 185, we have 185 health. 200, we have 200 health. Go ahead and pick out our guns now, and go ahead and free build. Have fun on the next map. Okay, so now you guys want to do is go ahead and go to your get the teleporter device, and then we're also going to get the mutator device too. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and place the mutator device right under the, close to the floor, and then make the zone width to 100, and zone depth to 100, and click OK. So now we have this big force field. So now we're going to go ahead and place a teleporter right on here. So when players fall into the mutator zone, they'll be teleported and not be stuck inside the water. So on player entering zone, we're gonna go ahead and make the teleporter, both teleporter devices. So we're gonna go ahead and go to teleporter devices 1 and then teleporter device 2. Okay, so make sure it's on teleport. So when player falls inside the water, they teleport to the teleporter. So now it's on the water, we teleport to it. Now I've noticed that the explosive device is invisible, but it still use it for some reason. So I was gonna change that too. So we're gonna go ahead and move the explosive device under the map. Like I'm doing here. Just make it under the map. Okay. And then now we play the game. There's nothing. And then one player falls right there. Yeah. We're also gonna fix this bug too. When you go inside the teleporter device, you will teleport to the other teleporter. So just make sure that the teleporter group is to none, and make sure teleporter rift visible to no, and then make sure for this one too. Teleporter rift visible to no, and also sound effects to no. Okay, so that's all for your 1v1 map. Really hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for 100 subscribers. I worked very, very hard on this tutorial for you guys. Learning how to code in Roblox Studio was kind of the hardest thing to do, but I got it. Yeah, so I'll see you guys later, and join Discord group below for tutorial ideas and stuff if you want a tutorial idea. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.